Good evening, groovy citizens, and happy winning Wednesday. So again, you guys, I'm getting this video done a little later in the day than I had planned, but it's okay. Just know that when I get my video done this late, it's because I've had other stuff to do during the day, and that's fine. So I'm super excited, you guys, because I got my podcast recorded because it slipped my mind and I realized, oh wow, I didn't do a podcast on Saturday. And as you know, because we're in the month of July, I'm still sticking with the Christmas and July theme. So I'm talking today, I think I gave you six tips on how to have a happy holiday season, because now is a great time to start planning. And this coming Saturday, I'm going to be talking about or sharing with you all some great places to go this holiday season if you're looking to do something different. So make sure you check that out. And the reason why I wanted to put that out now is because, of course, you know, you're going to have to start booking and making reservations, all that kind of good stuff. So having said all of that, today's lip gloss is my Nude Blush, and so by Mary Kay. And so having said that, y'all, I'm going to jump right on into today's topic because I have a few things that I need to do. And then this sister's going to go and lay it down because this has been a long day. So today's topic is use the pain and keep going. Use the pain and keep going. Pain is inevitable. Pain is unavoidable. We can't live without pain. How much pain can you endure? And that quote is by Marcus Evolution Taylor. If you all get a chance, watch some of his content on YouTube. He is an amazing motivator. But I love this quote that he gives because he's actually right. I mean, pain is unavoidable. You will not make it through this life and not have any pain. And we all have had pain of some kind, be it a toothache. We've experienced heartache. You stubbed your toe on something. You've probably been in a car accident, whether you were a passenger or a driver. You have had pain from a loss of a loved one or a friend, or it could even be an associate. We've experienced pain when maybe you were looking for a job, hoping for that job, and it didn't come through. So you cannot make it through this life without pain. The thing is how much pain can you endure? Because everybody's pain tolerance is different. That's just like, I remember when I got my first tattoo. It was after a breakup, and I ended up getting a butterfly, which I have back here on my, my right shoulder. And I said, you know what? I'm going to get a butterfly because the butterfly signifies a new beginning. And so my daughter said, all right, but I was scared. And so my daughter says, Mommy, I'll go with you, but can I get a tattoo as well? So I said, sure, why not? And I said, does it hurt? She said, no, it's not going to hurt. The devil is a lie. That thing hurts so bad. And I'm trying to tell you, I was fighting to keep the tears from falling down my face. And at some point, I just couldn't. I had to let it go because it was hurting so bad. And of course, you know, the tattoo artist, he was like, all right, I need you to be real still for me. And I'm thinking like, oh my God, that is hurting. And finally he said, okay, I'm all finished. I said, oh, praise God. Now I can get up out of here. He said, oh, no. I was just outlining the butterfly. Now I have to color it in. I said, Lord, have mercy. So my tolerance for pain is different from my daughter's. She's got several tattoos, and for her, it was not painful. So again, her tolerance for pain is much higher than mine, just like she got her belly button pierced and my sister got hers done. They went and got them done at the same time. And I remember my sister was walking like a question mark. She was like, oh my God, Nene lied to me. She said this thing didn't hurt. I said, I don't know why the heck you listen to her. It didn't hurt her because her level, her tolerance for pain is much higher than yours and mine. But it hurt my sister for a while. Just her clothes touching it, she said hurt like I don't know what. So I love that he says that pain, it's inevitable and it's unavoidable. We can't live without pain. So I just said all of that to tie it back into the topic, which is use the pain and keep going. So because pain is inevitable and unavoidable, What you have to learn to do, what I have to learn to do, what we have to learn to do is to take that pain and allow it to make us better and not bitter. Take that pain, grow from it, and keep on and go on to do bigger and better things. And then the next quote says, are you willing to use your pain? And this quote is by Dr. Jessica Houston. Are you willing to use your pain? Next quote, sometimes pain can be your friend and sometimes pain can be your enemy. Y'all, that's powerful. That quote is by Coach Payne. Let me say that one more time. Sometimes pain can be your friend and sometimes pain can be your enemy. I don't even have time to really unpack that like I would like to, but just remember that when you experience pain, it's either going to be your friend or it's going to be your enemy. See, the pain of a breakup is your friend. You know why? Because it's telling you that, hey, that's not the person for you. So you didn't have to invest any more time in that individual only to find out later on that that's not the person for you. So in that case, pain was your friend, but it can also be your enemy because sometimes we allow the hurt that we've experienced from somebody else to make us go out and hurt other people. Y'all catch that later. Next quote, there will always be pain. There will always be betrayal. There will always be somebody that doubts you, somebody that overlooks you, somebody that underpays you, somebody that values you, somebody that talks the talk, but doesn't walk the walk, somebody that's with you, but not for you. Y'all, that's powerful. Can I say that one more time? Somebody that's with you, but not for you. We're always going to experience pain. And that quote again is by Marcus Elevation Taylor. Next quote is by Coach Payne, and he says, you just have to understand how to use pain to your advantage. Y'all, that's powerful right there. Do you really know how to use pain to your advantage? Because if you don't, that's something that you really, really, really need to work on. Because I'm one of these people that pain never feels good, but I learned how to use it to my advantage. To say, okay, you know what? I'm going through this, whatever that issue may be, but let me see how I can turn that pain around and get a blessing from it. And that's what I need you all to do as well. Next quote by Dr. Jessica Houston. She says, you've been through too much pain to retreat. Don't run from the discomfort. Lean into it, feel it, and remind yourself that it is only temporary. You guys, I can't stress that enough. Pain truly is only temporary. How many times have you had a toothache and eventually the pain subsided, right? You either got that cavity filled, you got that tooth pulled, or whatever it was that you had to do, but the pain subsided. It was only temporary. It didn't come to stay forever. When you've experienced a breakup, that pain, it's going to leave. You know, what's his name? Eric Brown, he says pain is temporary. It may last for a season, or it may last for something or other. He said, but eventually it will subside and something else will take its place. So always know that whatever pain you're going through right now, it's temporary. It did not come to stay. It came to teach you a lesson. It came to open your eyes to some things that you hadn't been paying attention to, but it did not come to stay. It is temporary. So don't run from the pain. See, running from the pain, all it does is it just puts things off. It doesn't make the pain go away. You're just running from it, so you're not addressing it. Face that thing head on and know that it's temporary. Next quote by Coach Payne. He says, pain can lift you up even when you're feeling down. Pain will remind you that you are still alive. Pain will push you beyond your threshold. Pain is just doing its job. Y'all, that's what pain is for. See, pain, let me just say this. Pain is let me see, how can I put this? So pain in your body is your body's way of telling you that something's not right. It's your body's way of telling you that you need to go see about whatever that thing is. So if you're having pain in your knee, that's your body saying, okay, I need you to go see about me. There's pain in that knee for a reason. Something is causing the pain. The pain is not just there because it doesn't have anything to do. So it said, hey, let me go hang out with Michelle. No, that pain is there because there's something going on. And so you get your x-rays, your MRIs, or whatever it is that you need. And you find that, oh, okay, now see why I've been having that pain, because I have arthritis. Or I need to get my knee scraped, or whatever the case may be. So again, what did I say? Pain is just doing its job. When you have that pain in your tooth, it's doing its job. The pain is saying, all right, come on now. I need you to go and see about me. I'm going to keep aching until you go see about me. You understand what I'm saying? Next quote is by Dr. Jessica Houston, and she says, in order for things to change, you've got to be willing to get up and do something. You don't have to be perfect, but you've got to make a move. Pain is an indicator light that lets you know that you need to take action on something. And that's what I just talked about. The pain in your knee is an indicator light saying that you need to go and do something, get up and go do something about that pain. Find out what's causing it. 9 times out of 10, you probably have arthritis in that knee, and that's why it's aching like that. And chances are it might be a little more severe than you thought. You may have bone on bone, and that's causing the pain. Possibilities are endless, but you need to go and see about it. Maybe you have pain in your ankle and you're not quite sure why. Well, you go and you find out it's because you have a sprain. But again, that pain is an indicator like that you need to get up and go do something. So again, if you experience the pain of a loss of a relationship, a loved one, a job, whatever it may be, you need to get up and you need to get out there and you need to do something. Because if you've lost someone because they decided they just didn't want to be with you anymore, you can sit at home and sulk and feel bad all you want to, and you're crying every day, snot running down your face and all that other good stuff, but that's not going to make them come back. They've moved on with their lives. They're having a ball. You're the one sitting up in the house crying. Get up and do something. Next quote by Marcus Elevation Taylor. He says, the choice is yours. Use the pain to your advantage. I don't have time to unpack that, but I need you all to start using your pain to your advantage. And there's so many ways we can unpack that, but just hear what I'm saying. And Dr. Jessica Houston, again, she says, pain doesn't mean you're finished. Your pain is trying to get you to get up, get you to get out. Again, the pain is not temporary. The pain doesn't mean that you're finished. It just means you're in a temporary situation right now. You're in a temporary holding pattern, but you're going to overcome that pain. We all have overcome the pain of a broken relationship. We all have overcome the pain of a loss of anything, to be quite honest with you. But that pain signifies that you need to get up and do something. Next quote is by Coach Payne. He said, see, there's the physical pain, there's the mental pain. In fact, there's even the spiritual pain. So we all experience these types of pain. Dr. Jessica Houston, again, she says, your pain is calling you to a higher level of thinking and a higher level of performing. That'll shout you happy right there. Your pain is calling you to a higher level of thinking. So maybe you were looking to get this job and they came back and said, well, we found somebody that's a little more qualified than you. So you're hurt. You're hurt because you had high hopes for getting that job. So what she's saying is, your pain is calling you to a higher level of thinking. So now you put your thinking cap on and you say, okay, you know what? If I want to qualify for those types of positions, I need to go and take me some classes. Maybe I need to get another degree or finish up my degree or whatever the case may be, so that going forward, when I apply for those types of jobs, then I can say that I can be amongst the best qualified for that position. But it's causing you to a higher level of thinking. Okay. Coach Payne, we have to come to a conclusion and know you got to hurt so you can grow. I'm going to tell you something. I think people that experience the most hurt in life tend to grow the most. And I say that because if you are a vulnerable individual and you get in relationships with these guys that are doing nothing but using you, you're just happy because you're being loved, that somebody's paying attention to you. The pain that you experience when they dump you to the curb, excuse me, you guys, it allows you to grow. Because you say, okay, you know what? I've been down this road before. I am not going to let anybody else come into my life and use me again. And you put on your thinking cap and you say, you know what? I've learned my lesson. So in order for me to grow, I'm going to, let me say this, I'm going to take that hurt and now I'm going to grow from it. So the next relationship I get into, I'm going to be a little more conscious about allowing myself to just fall head over heels for this individual, for them to use me for my money or whatever it is they're using you for. But you see how that hurt has caused you to grow, and now you're more aware. And so your takeaway is this: don't let the pain you are dealing with stop you. Use it as fuel and keep moving forward. Keep going and don't stop until you're done. You guys, I cannot tell you enough how important that is. Somebody that's listening to this video right now, you are experiencing the pain of maybe, you're trying to get your business off the ground and you're not getting any leads, you're not getting any subscribers, you're not getting, excuse me, y'all, you're not getting whatever it is that you need. You're not getting people to register for your classes or your workshops, or you're not getting people to purchase your book or your course that you created, whatever it is. Doesn't matter what it is. But what I need you to understand is you can't give up. You have come too far to give up now. You have come too far. What you do is you take the pain of whatever that thing is not working out, and you go back to the drawing board and you say, okay, you know what? I created this course, this workshop, this ebook, this class, whatever it is, and nobody's biting at the bit. So I need to go back to the drawing board to figure out what can I do different so that I can get people to be interested in what it is that I have to share. And guess what? The reality is that sometimes you may have to offer that product for free. Now, I know what you're saying, because I see some of y'all giving me the side eye. Are you kidding me? I done put all my everything into this and you want me to give it away for free? Go online and see if you can't find at least 10 people that have an ebook that they wrote, a course, a class, an audio, or something that they, or a tip sheet, cheat sheet, whatever you want to call it, that they're giving away for free. And they're doing that because, listen, they're doing that because they know that there is value in whatever that thing is. And if they give it to you for free and you get the value out of it, you're going to say, I like this, and this was free. Let me go to their website and see what else they're offering. So now they go to your website and they see that you have another class that you have created and you love that title, and that's something that you're looking for, something that you can use, but the class is $29.99. You're going to say, I don't mind spending $30 on this because they gave me all of this over here for free. I'm going to share this story with you real quick and I'm going to let you be. When we talk about giving away stuff, my coach, my mentor, Mr. Bob Yates, when I first met him, he was teaching classes at Evangel Church. I think it's what it's called, up Central Avenue, right across from Six Flags. If you're in the DMV area, you know what I'm talking about. And I mean, this was an 8-week class. I thought it was just a one-time workshop, pays to read, because it clearly did say it was an 8-week class. And I got so much value out of that one class, and I thought, wow, this was amazing. And then as we were getting ready to wrap up for the evening, he said, all right, so next week we're going to talk about ABCXYZ. And he broke down the timeline for the next 7 weeks. And I was like, wait a minute, this is an 8-week course? Again, it pays to read, because it did say that. And the funny thing about it is I almost wasn't going to go, because initially when I registered for it a few months early, it snowed really bad, so they had to cancel it. And then I got a notice saying that the class was back on, so my mom and I, we went. And I'm going to tell you, I was blessed beyond measure for going. And I shared that story with you to say, as you know, to keep going and don't stop until you're done. How do you think he's been able to grow his business? Because he was doing this long before I met him. He was doing these 8-week workshops, giving people so much value. And I used to think to myself, how in the world does this man do it? He's giving away all this awesome value and starting your business, your speaking business and other parts of business. And, you know, but that's what was working for him. He didn't give up. And that's how he was getting paid clients, because he was giving away something for free. And here's the thing, sometimes you have to do that. But the whole point is I'm pretty sure in the very beginning, he didn't just have people flocking to his business like most businesses. It takes time. The key is that you don't give up, you don't give in, and you use your pain to your advantage. Because I can promise you, if you hang in there, if you don't give up, God is going to bless that thing that you're trying to do, and it's going to come to pass. Do you know, when I first started doing YouTube videos, I didn't have any, I had very few views, certainly didn't have any subscribers, but guess what? I was thanking people for subscribing. I didn't even have any. You know why? Because I believed. I believed that all of my hard work was going to pay off. And was it painful to put out content and not get views and or subscribers? Absolutely. Absolutely. But I didn't give up. I kept pushing forward. I kept putting out content, and I allowed that pain to allow me to grow. And I learned as I continued to go on, and then I started getting subscribers. I started getting likes and comments and all that good stuff. You guys, again, like I said in my takeaway, the key is that I don't want you to let your pain stop you from being all that you can be. I want you to take that pain, and I want you to use it to keep pushing forward. Use it to become the best you possible. Use it to start that business. Use it to become a better person. Because sometimes we get into a situation that you might be experiencing the pain because, you know, you're drinking a little too excessively. Maybe you're smoking a little too much. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And eventually you're just tired. Helen Baylor, I'm sorry, that's who I was thinking of. And I'm going to let y'all be for real. Helen Baylor tells her story about how she was getting high every day. And finally, when she fell and hit her head up against the wall, and she, as she said, she was sliding down the wall, and her bodily fluids were doing their own thing. And that's when she realized she was tired. But you know what? She didn't give in. She used the pain that she was feeling in that moment to push her to make an informed, intelligent decision to ask God to remove her desire for the alcohol and the drugs, remove it from her, because she was tired and she was ready to give her life back to him and live for him. And in the song that she talks about all of this, she said, and to this day, not only did God instantly set her free from those chains that were holding her back, and not only is she saved, but God saved the man that was her supplier, and he's her husband. So God is an awesome God. But guess what? She didn't give up on herself. She kept pushing forward. And I'm asking you all to do the same thing. I don't know what hurt you're dealing with right now. I really don't. And honestly, I don't need to know. But I am saying this. I want you all to take that hurt. Don't you give up. Don't you give in. Keep pushing forward, because the best is yet to come. Having said that, you all go out there and have a wonderful rest of your evening. If you're going out or whatever it is that you're going to be doing, I just ask that you do so safely, because I want you all to be safe out here in these streets. There's so much going on. There was a shooting at the Starbucks over in Forestville earlier today. So I need you all to please, please, please stay aware and be careful. And as it's going to be getting dark soon, whatever you have to do, wrap it up and get your behind on back in the house. If this is not your first rodeo, I want to say welcome back. Y'all know I miss you and I don't get a chance to see you. Go out there and just be the awesome people that I know that you can be. Use your pain to push you to greatness. You know the drill, you know the spiel. I love you to the moon and back, and there's nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing that you can do about it. Love you all, and we'll talk again on Friday.